A megalithic mystery beneath the sands. A mystery carved in stone. A lost civilization or forbidden history. What lies beneath? Osirion, evidence of a lost civilization.
Deep in the heart of Abydos, one of ancient Egypt's most sacred sites, lies the enigmatic Osirion, an underground megalithic structure unlike anything else found in the land of the pharaohs. Buried beneath layers of sand and time, this mysterious temple defies conventional historical explanations. Its massive stone blocks, subterranean construction, and unexplained water source have led some to believe that it is far older than the dynastic Egyptians, possibly dating back to a lost civilization with technology beyond our understanding. Was the Osirion merely a symbolic tomb built by Seti I, or does it hold clues to a forgotten chapter of human history? Why does it lack the inscriptions and decorative elements found in all other Egyptian temples? And most intriguingly, what is the source of the endless water that continues to flow into its depths, evading modern attempts at control? The answers may lie buried beneath the shifting sands of Egypt, waiting to be uncovered. Most temples in ancient Egypt follow a recognizable architectural style, built above ground with columns, reliefs, and detailed hieroglyphs honoring the gods and pharaohs. The Osirion, however, is completely different. The first thing that strikes visitors about the Osirion is the sheer size of the stones used in its construction. These enormous blocks of granite, some weighing over 100 tons, are arranged with incredible precision. The stones are so perfectly cut and fitted together that they do not require mortar. An architectural technique more commonly associated with megalithic sites in South America, like Machu Picchu and Pumapunku, rather than Egypt. What makes this even more baffling is that the granite was sourced from Aswan, nearly 200 miles away. Transporting such colossal blocks across this vast distance and placing them with pinpoint accuracy would have been an extraordinary feat, even with modern technology. The conventional explanation suggests that the Egyptians used sledges, manpower, and possibly rolling logs to transport these blocks, but no clear evidence exists to support this. Unlike other Egyptian temples which stand proudly above ground, the Osirion was deliberately built underground. It is buried approximately 15 feet or 4.5 meters below the surrounding terrain, leading many to speculate that it predates the sands that eventually covered it. Some researchers argue that this could mean the Osirion is far older than Seti I's temple, possibly dating back to a time when the climate in Egypt was dramatically different. Water erosion marks on its limestone walls suggest prolonged exposure to flowing water, which would have required a much wetter climate, conditions that last existed in Egypt over 10,000 years ago, at the end of the last ice age. If this is true, it would place the Osirion among the oldest known structures in human history, challenging the established timeline of civilization. One of the greatest mysteries of the Osirion is its perpetual water flow. Unlike other Egyptian sites, which relied on canals or seasonal flooding from the Nile, the Osirion is naturally and continuously flooded by an underground source. James Westerman, an explorer, research historian, archaeologist, engineer, and physical scientist, has dedicated a large part of his life to studying the physical characteristics of the Osirion temple in Abydos. Westerman attempted to solve this mystery by conducting a large-scale water removal project. Using powerful pumps capable of extracting 500 gallons or 1,900 liters per minute, his team attempted to drain the water, only to find that it kept replenishing itself at an even faster rate. Hydrological studies have revealed that the Osirian's water has a unique chemical and isotopic composition, indicating that it does not come from local groundwater or the nearby Nile. Instead, it appears to originate from a deep, pressurized source, potentially an ancient underground river system, or even a natural spring that has remained hidden for millennia. Westerman also noted something extraordinary. The water within the Osirian is warmer than the surrounding water. Normally, groundwater maintains a relatively consistent temperature, but within the Osirian, the water registers at 23.8 degrees Celsius, 74.8 degrees Fahrenheit, while the surrounding desert groundwater is significantly cooler at 16.9 degrees Celsius, 62.5 degrees Fahrenheit. According to the laws of thermodynamics, heat does not transfer from a cooler body to a warmer one without an external energy source. This suggests that something unknown, possibly geothermal activity or an artificial mechanism, is heating the water. Some researchers have even proposed that an ancient energy system may still be operating beneath the Osirian, though this remains purely speculative. Few researchers have devoted as much time to studying the Osirian as historian and archaeologist James Westerman. Over the past several decades, he has conducted numerous investigations, using advanced scientific equipment to analyze the temple's subterranean structure, water source, and unique anomalies. One of his most startling discoveries came when he compared the Osirian's water with that of nearby wells. His chemical and isotopic analysis revealed that the water flowing into the Osirian did not match any local water sources. He has determined through research that water flowing into the Osirian is different from ambient water at this location. The Osirian's water has a different chemical composition and isotopic profile. Why? The water is under pressure and flows into the Osirian as though it were being forced up through rock like a geyser, but water is not reaching the Osirian through bedrock. What is propelling it? This raises an unsettling question. Could there be an unknown underground source, an ancient engineering system, or even an undiscovered chamber beneath the Osirian? Adding to the intrigue, Westerman personally drank filtered water from the Osirian for an extended period and claimed that his eyesight improved significantly. Though this claim has yet to be verified by independent researchers, it suggests the possibility that the water contains unique minerals or even unexplored properties. Furthermore, the Osirian's unexplained heat anomaly, where the water inside the structure is warmer than the surrounding groundwater, defies conventional thermodynamic principles. Westerman's team is currently working on further hydrological and geothermal studies to determine whether an unknown heat source exists beneath the temple. The Osirian continues to baffle historians, Egyptologists, and alternative researchers. While mainstream Egyptology insists that it was built during Seti I's reign, circa 1290 to 1279 BCE, as part of his mortuary temple, alternative theories challenge this timeline, suggesting it may predate the pharaoh by thousands of years. Traditional scholars maintain that the Osirian was constructed during the 19th dynasty, acting as a symbolic tomb for Seti I. The reasoning behind this theory is its close proximity to Seti's mortuary temple and the presence of inscriptions bearing his cartouche. However, critics of this theory point out that these inscriptions appear to be later additions, possibly carved when the temple was rediscovered and repurposed by the Egyptians. If Seti I had truly built the Osirian, why would he not have inscribed it with elaborate artwork and hieroglyphs as he did in his other structures? The lack of decoration is an anomaly that continues to puzzle experts. Some researchers believe that the Osirian was not built by the Egyptians at all, but was instead inherited from a far older civilization, one that existed long before the rise of the pharaohs. This theory is supported by the temple's unique architectural style. which differs greatly from other Egyptian buildings. The sheer size and weight of the granite blocks, the underground design, and the precise engineering suggest a level of sophistication that may have been beyond the capabilities of dynastic Egypt. Proponents of this theory suggest that the Osirion may have been a remnant of a lost civilization that flourished before the end of the last ice age, possibly around 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. This aligns with the theory that other ancient megalithic structures, such as Göbekli Tepe in Turkey and the Sphinx in Giza, may also be much older than previously believed. A more radical theory suggests that the Osirion may be evidence of an advanced civilization, perhaps even one that possessed technology superior to that of the ancient Egyptians. Some researchers draw comparisons between the Osirion and other megalithic sites worldwide, such as the mysterious stonework of Baalbek in Lebanon, Tiwanaku in Bolivia, and the enigmatic Yonaguni monument off the coast of Japan. The precise cutting and placement of the megalithic blocks have led to speculation that an unknown technique, potentially lost to history, was used to construct the Osirion. Some theorists even entertain the possibility that an antediluvian, pre-flood civilization, described in ancient myths and legends, may have been responsible for its construction. While mainstream archaeology dismisses these ideas as pseudoscience, the lack of definitive proof regarding the Osirion's origins means that the debate remains open. One of the most tantalizing aspects of the Osirion is that only a fraction of it has been explored. Seismic testing suggests that the visible portion of the temple may only be the top of a much larger subterranean structure. Archaeologists have detected hollow chambers beneath the known ruins, but water prevents further excavation. Until advanced robotic technology or new methods of water removal are developed, the secrets hidden below the Osirion remain just beyond our grasp. Several key questions remain unanswered. Who really built the Osirion and when? Why is its water source so unique? And how does it replenish itself so quickly? What is heating the water inside the temple? Do the underground chambers contain additional structures, artifacts, or even unknown technology? As new technology such as ground-penetrating radar and deep-core sampling becomes available, we may finally uncover the truth about this ancient mystery. The Osirion remains one of the most perplexing and awe-inspiring structures of ancient Egypt. Whether it was a sacred site built by Seti I, a relic of an advanced lost civilization, or something even more mysterious, its presence challenges our understanding of history. The temple's megalithic construction, underground location, and unexplained water source set it apart from every other Egyptian monument. And yet, despite decades of research, its origins remain elusive. What if the Osirion is more than just an anomaly? What if it is a surviving fragment of a forgotten chapter in human history? The idea that a civilization predating the dynastic Egyptians, and perhaps even predating the end of the last ice age, could have constructed such a complex and enduring structure challenges everything we think we know about the timeline of civilization. It requires us to consider the possibility that intelligence, technology, and architectural mastery existed long before the written records of history began. Of course, this theory is speculative. There is no definitive proof that a lost civilization built the Osirion, but at the same time, there is no definitive proof that it was built by Seti I either. The lack of inscriptions, the megalithic stonework, the underground water source, and the structural anomalies defy conventional classification. And in the absence of absolute answers, the mystery remains open. Could it be that our understanding of history is incomplete, not because of malice or conspiracy, but simply because time has buried the truth too deeply beneath sand, stone, and silence? If a civilization did exist before the end of the last ice age, some 10,000 to 12,000 years ago, it would have lived through cataclysmic environmental changes, rising sea levels, and massive geological upheaval. Much of what they built may have been lost to floods, earthquakes, or simply swallowed by time. Structures like the Osirion may be among the few remnants that survived. It's worth asking, if the Osirion was not built by those we credit, then who were its true builders? What knowledge did they possess? And why does the scientific community hesitate to fully explore such possibilities? The deeper question is not just about the Osirion itself. It's about what we are willing to accept as truth. Are we open to the idea that human history is far older and more complex than we've been taught? Or are we too invested in our current narratives to rewrite them? Sometimes great mysteries serve a higher purpose, not merely to be solved, but to stretch our imagination, to challenge our assumptions, and to inspire new questions. Perhaps the Osirion is not just a monument of stone, but a message carved into the earth, urging us to remember what we've forgotten, or to discover what we never knew. Until we dig deeper, literally and metaphorically, we may never know the full story, but the pursuit of that truth might be just as important as the answer itself. Perhaps one day, a new discovery will finally reveal the truth about the Osirion. Until then, it stands as a monument to mystery, a silent guardian of secrets buried deep beneath the sands of time.
Thank you for watching, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. We really hope you subscribe, and if you'd like to be notified of future releases, just hit the bell button. Leave a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are on all of this and what topics you'd like to explore in our future videos.